Smartphones designed explicitly for gaming actually feel like a moderately new idea. However, Nubia has been incredibly prolific during that time. In the long time starting from the principal Red Magic handset, the Chinese organization has revealed no less than 13 gaming phones. Not these have been delivered external China, yet that doesn't make a difference to the Red Magic 7 series. Both the Standard and Pro models are getting a worldwide send-off, albeit the Pro will not show until some other time in the year. Accordingly, it's the Standard Red Magic 7 that is my concentration here. On paper, there are just minor updates compared to 2021's 6S Pro. In any case, practically nobody will overhaul like clockwork, so the greater inquiry is the means by which it piles up to the best gaming phones you can purchase. In the wake of putting in a long time with the Red Magic 7, here's my full survey. Design and build, same 6, 8 in display with no indent. Premium design and constructed, still massive and weighty. Regardless of the multitude of changes between ages, Red Magic phones have kept a moderately predictable design all through. It stays the case here as the Red Magic 7 is an enormous, massive gadget with a striking tasteful that is certain to blow some people's minds, yet in the correct manner. That is particularly evident on the Cyborg model I tried, where straightforward glass on the back permits you to see a few inward screws, and the underlying fan. This kicks into life while charging and running requesting applications, working effectively of forestalling any overheating, regardless of not being apparent. Nubia has involved this completion as a chance to feature the Red Magic 7's key specs, by in a real sense printing them all around the back. It leaves you in almost certainly that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip, 64-megapixel camera, 165Hz screen, and 720Hz touch testing rate are ready. Gaming lovers might like this design. Yet it's not something I'm a devotee of. Options are accessible as Obsidian, Pulsar, and Cosmic Explosion gets done, albeit just the previous has anything like a downplayed design. Stunningly, Nubia has figured out how to get the cameras to sit practically flush with the rear of the display. That implies basically no development, while sitting level on a table, albeit the phone is 9.5mm thick to make it conceivable. Flipping the phone over uncovers a similar-sized display as its predecessor at 6.8 in. Bezels here are a touch bigger than on the 6S Pro, however they stay balanced. While routinely gaming in scene mode, it has an effect. Likewise, I question anybody is grumbling about a 83.6% screen-to-body proportion. There's still a lot of room over the screen for a 8MP selfie camera, which likewise upholds face open. In any case, I envision a great many people will utilize the in-display unique mark scanner, which Nubia says is over and above anyone's expectations. I saw no genuine contrast compared to the 6S Pro, yet it's quick and dependable on the two phones. Not much has changed on the Red Magic 7, however that is something worth being thankful for. It implies the 3.5mm headphone jack is still here, something which can't be said for most present-day phones. You additionally still get the actual slider for the game space mode, and shoulder triggers to reduce the requirement for on-screen controls in certain games. True to form, USB-C is utilized for charging. Screen and speakers, 6.8 in Full HD plus AMOLED display, 165Hz refresh rate, 720Hz touch examining. Great outcomes, regardless of no updates. The display is apparently the most pivotal part of any phone, and Red Magic phones have reliably produced noteworthy outcomes. That makes sense of why there are basically no moves up to the Red Magic 7's display. It stays a 6.8 in 1080 by 2400 AMOLED board. I might want to see the goal expanded to 1440p. However, it's anything but vital. Most Play Store games run at 1080p at any rate. The class-driving 165Hz refresh rate is still here. However, the past 2 ages of Red Magic handsets likewise have this element. Nonetheless, dissimilar to a few different phones, it's not versatile. You're restricted to 60, 90, 120, 144, or 165Hz, with no real way to switch between them naturally. This likewise implies the phone can't dip under 60Hz to assist, with safeguarding battery duration where appropriate. In any case, you truly do now get 720Hz touch examining, one of the greatest you'll track down on any phone. That makes it incredibly responsive, joined with velvety 165Hz visuals. This could give you a vital high ground during on-the-web multiplayer gaming. Without a doubt, being too cruel on Nubia here is significant not. The Red Magic 7's display is still powerfully noteworthy, offering significant attention to little subtleties and a great scope of distinctive variety. Nubia says it can hit 708 nits at max splendor. However, even the 508 I recorded makes it somewhat simple to utilize outside. The screen is perfect, yet I was disappointed with the nature of the sound system speakers, which were deficient exhaustively in spite of a lot of bass. This is as yet an improvement on the typical nature of underlying phone speakers, however. and you can constantly interface wired or remote headphones, all things being equal. Specs and performance: Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 and something like 12GB smash. Great performance in all cases. Restricted to 128GB or 256GB capacity. In spite of beginning at a mid-range value, Nubia generally incorporates the best-in-class Qualcomm chip in Red Magic handsets. On account of the Red Magic 7, that is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, Qualcomm claims the transition to 4nm process yields large performance improvements, yet its peripheral increases on leader phones. It likewise, as you would anticipate, accompanies support for 5G organizations. Notwithstanding, capacity might be a problem for certain individuals, with just 128GB and 256GB models accessible universally. It's not satisfactory why the 512GB variant is a China restrictive, particularly with no choice for expandable capacity. Software and applications: Red Magic operating system 5.0 over Android 12. No ensures on software refreshes. Different gaming explicit features. True to form, the Red Magic 7 runs Nubia's custom Red Magic operating system over Android 12. Parent organization ZTE earnestly commits to no particular responsibilities on software support. However, the phone ought to be refreshed to Android 13 at any rate. This is the 5th significant variant of Red Magic operating system, in spite of the fact that it's a lot of with regards to past cycles. From testing past Red Magic phones, this was in a split-second natural. However, it will take some becoming accustomed to for anybody new to it. That is your main choice here, as the default launcher actually can't be traded out for something different from the Play Store. The phone holds full Google support, including the Find feed close to the home screen. Every one of the features you'd need are here. It simply doesn't feel as instinctive as the rendition on Google or Samsung phones. Cameras: same triple back cameras as a year ago. Improved results, apparently because of software. Observable improvement to selfies as well. On paper, the Red Magic 7 has an indistinguishable camera system to its predecessor. That is a triple back arrangement, comprising of 64-megapixel wide, 8-megapixel ultrawide, and 2-megapixel macros. Be that as it may, it appears as though Nubia has made a few improvements on the software side. In great lighting conditions, the Red Magic 7 conveys dynamic shots overflowing with detail. Dynamic reach is likewise very great. However, openness stays a test. The sky is frequently fiercely overexposed. The phone is more qualified to shots where there's an unmistakable subject in outline. That makes sense of some great picture photographs, in spite of battling for edge identification now and again. I accomplished a few decent outcomes with individuals, felines and signs. Battery life and charging: 4,500 mAh battery. Disappointing battery duration, even on non-gaming undertakings. 65-watt quick charging gets full charge in a short time. Disappointingly, the Red Magic 7 has a more modest battery than both the 6S and 6S Pro, 4,500 mAh compared to 5,050 mAh. It seems like a minor change, yet it's enough for battery life to become one of the phone's primary shortcomings. Accepting at least for a moment that you're playing games consistently, a solitary charge may not be sufficient to endure an entire day. At 165 Hz, I kept 7 hours and 55 minutes in Geekbench 4's battery test. In any case, this is just a straightforward proportion of screen on time at a generally low 120 nits of brilliance. Finally, thanks for watching this video. See you again next time.